latest on Hurricane Irma. It's got winds of 105 miles an hour and a pressure of 942 millibars. According to the National Hurricane Center, Force 13's independent analysis still has it a bit stronger at 115 miles an hour, Category 3. Not much difference between the two in any case. Storm surge is occurring along the western coast, and a significant surge is affecting the area with strong winds, 26.8 degrees north, 81.4 degrees west. And it's now closer to Lake Okeechobee than it is to the western coast of Florida right now, believe it or not. It's likely to move further towards the north-northwest over the next 24 to 48 hours, moving up the peninsula and then inland through the panhandle towards Alabama and eventually towards Tennessee, where it will be a weak tropical depression, if anything, by then. Here it is right now, 30 miles east-northeast of Fort Myers, 48 miles southwest of Okeechobee, and 79 miles southeast of Sarasota. It's a stage 5 on the CDPS scale, still could cause devastating damage to landfall areas and, in this case, places inland near and around the storm. Obviously, tornado warnings are in effect en masse as well in several places, and the warnings remain the same in terms of hurricane warnings. Fernandina Beach to Indian Pass, including the Keys, Lake Okeechobee and Florida Bay. The hurricane warnings in the Keys may well be lifted soon. Hurricane watch north of Fernandina Beach to Edisto Beach, tropical storm watch Bimini and Grand Bahama. Percentage chance of hurricane conditions remain high at this point. 99% in Naples and Fort Myers. Obviously, hurricane conditions have been occurring with gusts of Category 4 intensity in some locations in the last few hours, though they will be going down, thankfully. Over the next few days, this is what we expect on the close-up track. It will likely pass just east of Tampa, just west of Orlando, then make a move towards Gainesville, Tallahassee. It will pass just east, expected, and then towards through Georgia, the southwestern part, and into Alabama, and then probably just north of Birmingham, and then towards Tennessee eventually, where it will dissipate. We expect maybe on Tuesday. At the moment, this is what it looks like in the Atlantic right now. Jose down to Category 2 as well by our reckoning also. But sea surface temperatures remain warm for both systems, but it's becoming more of an irrelevance for Irma because it's got high wind shear along with that land interaction. It's right in the midst of that high wind shear now, and dry air may also be providing a few problems, but it's principally the wind shear and obviously the land interaction which will become more and more of a problem as it gets further away from the Everglades, which is obviously wetlands, and as it moves further north, the land will become even less of a buffer for the storm's intensity decrease. You can see how it's moving towards the north and perhaps even an eastward element there in those last few frames. Not quite what was on the forecast of grazing the coast, but it's maybe a good thing because it means weakening is still occurring. According to the National Hurricane Center, down to 105 miles an hour, but it still remains a very dangerous storm, and this danger is going to persist for at least another day or two for the Florida Peninsula. Next update in 3 hours. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.co.uk, at your service at any time with its tracker. You can also find us on YouTube, search Force 13 if you're not there already, subscribe if you haven't. You can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter, search Force 13 all in text to find us on there. You can also add Fool13 on Skype, that's FOOL13, and add extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.